And welcome back to Trick Roll, where we weren't just totally planning how I'm going to murder everybody and then start their hellish existence all over again. But thank you for that, Jesse. Totally making a note of that.
When the
You're
players
welcome.
actually give the DM an idea he's going to use. Oh God.
Me give Andy's ideas? Never.
That is fair. That is a fair. You know, I can't wait until I'm actually able to release Warlords of Avernus, so that way I can show you guys what he did to me the other night in game.
I believe I have to look at some websites for that sort of thing.
Well, I am going to be running this one through Patreon first, so yes, there will be a subscription to see. But hey, let's try to get all that out of our system while we go around and do the introductions. I don't need one because you're on my channel, and as you can tell, it's a bad eye day. So we're going to skip over me, and we're going to start over here with Arceus.
Yo, I'm Arceus. Today I will be playing the man who believes he sees all, BV.
And Kyle.
I'm Kyle. You can catch me on Twitch, alternating Sundays at my channel, which is Flint Ewood 756. Excuse me, very sorry. That's going to be something to cut out of post edit, unless I'm.
No, I don't bother doing that. We're going to keep it all.
Okay, great.
You stop going on. You just cut the feed, and we go back live. It's like, no, we had technical difficulties. We apologize.
If I could have thought of that 30 seconds ago.
Oh well.
But tonight I'm going to be playing Joseph Lucerno, and out of character, I am going to become the red string meme guy.
Oh my god!
Nice.
And Shiv.
Yeah. You just introduced me. That's it, right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm Shivlock. I'm Shivlock on pretty much everywhere. I'll be playing the overexcited, weird cleric Janlos, and that's definitely overly excitedly weird.
And last but never least, because he overdoes everything.
Gosh dang it. Before we start my introduction, how about we do a quick sponsor to Ma Energy, which is our energy drink of choice here on Trick Roll. As you may know, I'm the official pitchman, Crump64, but also in-game, I am known as King Jarlathor, the Dragonborn King of these ever-cursed lands.
Jesse, why don't you tell me some more about the energy drink? Because I've been drinking this cola here for quite some time, and I'm starting to experience a sugar crash.
Well then, I'm glad you put me right in this fight, you son of a dick. Anyway. A tub like this, and you may think of like how much money would a tub would get me like this, but you can try your free tub absolutely free with only paying the shipping and handling. If you do want to try some energy with a variety of flavors, each container contains 60 servings. That is more than 50. That is 60 servings of pure energy that is delivered to where you need it most, and that is inside you. So, Andy, take it away because I can't go much longer.
Yes, but absolutely, yes. Ma Energy. No sugar crash. I actually keep some at work all the time. You can pick how strong you want it, from just 1 scoop all the way up to 3. I don't know what happens if you go to that 4th scoop, because I haven't come back from the moment I tried it to tell myself how it all worked. But enough of the money. Oh yeah, we also have a Ko-Fi account. You can buy any player on here a Trick Roll. I was going through my notes. I realized I still have one in reserve.
Yeah,
So,
I'm kind of glad you actually said continue that sentence. Like, wait, what? When people can buy me?
No, I've already tried. I would have to give too much of a refund. It just wasn't worth the shipping. But
like my feelings. Wait, do I have those?
Probably not much longer, because let's get back into the story of the world. You guys, after a little bit of research, realize that the endless summer is coming from a location known as Townsburg, a small town in the middle of nowhere that really doesn't have any major importance. unless, of course, you happen to live there. But someone insisted on knowing the name. So you guys are getting ready to head out. Before you start, because it's going to take you roughly a month to get there, we're going to montage that, of course. Is there anything, what all are you bringing with you? You have access to typical mundane equipment. If you want to specify anything, now's the time. If you want to bring along your giant abomination that will scare everybody, let me know now.
I will probably bring along rations, like rations and a map.
Okay.
I think I'll leave my abomination home to
Okay.
chill.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and probably yield more energy for those night watches.
Yes.
We don't need red dust. We've got Ma energy.
Oh, please tell me more about it.
Ma.
Okay. All right. Stop.
Okay. Does anybody actually do anything productive for the trip?
Yeah, I'm
As much as I like our to be able to actually pay you guys for this, let's not chase people away with bad puns.
no. I was thinking about just trying to actually start setting some stuff up with regards to our supplies for the trip out, and then bringing a cart along. That way we could actually travel just a slight bit faster.
Okay. Yeah, you can go down to the mule store and get a cart and a mule. That's something I've established is totally doable.
Mhm.
Of course, last time somebody killed someone for their cart, and that really ticked off the villager. And maybe that's why we haven't seen Yeslick in a while.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just because she hasn't been available to come back.
Yes.
One of the two.
All right.
Okay. So just want to make sure before we got started. So if you're a couple of miles outside of town, you will see there is a halfling that's looking up at a map, a road sign, kind of looks off in your direction. Nope. Starts rolling up the map, turning and walking away.
I just kind of wave at him and go, "Do you need any help?"
Nope. I know everything I need to know, which is that this is not the place for me.
Well, how do you know that? I mean, we have the best pumpkin pies.
Kind of looks at you and nose kind of wrinkles up like, yeah, I can smell the dark on you all. Kind of looks up to the sky.
That's totally racist.
Kind of also sort of looks up, and Gilith, you're the only one that understands when the halfling starts speaking in Draconic. Oh, screw you, Gnawbone. I know you're laughing at this.
I know Draconic.
Okay.
I know
those of you who
Draconic
speak
as well.
Draconic understood that.
As do I.
Okay, most of you understood that.
Yeah, we all understand Draconic, don't we, Joseph?
yeah, we do, actually.
Anyway, the halfling is just going to casually walk away.
If anything, Giles recognizes it first.
I'm just gonna look over to Gilith and in Draconic say, "What's that guy's problem? I mean, yes, we're dark beings, but pie is good."
Yeah, I know. And since when could you speak my tongue?
We should have offered him licorice.
Yeah. All fairness, is a quite fascinating tongue, so why not learn it?
We just all now starting Draconic, and Jared's like, "How do you know my language of my people?"
I know many things.
This is like beyond culture shock for King Jared right now. I thought I was the exotic one. Apparently, I'm not so special. Anyway, continuing on.
Halfling not wanting pie? That's like a halfling not wanting pie is like me not wanting to steal something.
Or me wanting to gain information.
I mean, you're welcome to run them down and badger them with
You
these
will
questions.
join our town. No.
I'm not gonna force the guy to go. I'm not gonna force the guy to go have the greatest pumpkin pie in the entirety of creation. I'm just gonna let him. I'm going to let him go off and wander on his own and not even realize what he has missed out in his life.
Meanwhile, Janlos is debating whether or not to hold person on him to make him eat the pie.
Again, you're welcome to cast it before we move on.
No.
Okay.
We may be bad guys, but we're not bad guys. As
We're
we
not
keep-
bullying. We're
as
not
we
bullies.
keep referring almost every episode since we came together.
Yeah.
We're not bad guys.
Bad guys, guys.
We're
Okay.
not bad guys.
Well, as you pass by the sign that she was looking at, you do see that it does say Thieveston and points in your direction. This is like one that somebody painted and made themselves.
Oh.
Wait, was it the
it's
half
not
one that made
provided?
it?
It was not provided by the town. It was someone out of their own generosity.
Yes.
Aw.
Somebody decided that you were
Just go,
Thieves Town.
"Aw."
I just
Anyway,
look at Gyleth and I go, "What's the name of our actual town?"
Wouldn't you want to know, my dear assassin?
Yeah, because it's also the capital of our country.
Well, that is the capital.
and Vivi, if you take out that map you brought, you'll realize that there is no Evalia on the map. You just kind of had to circle roughly where it is.
And it rolls off the map again. That's
There's
odd.
Nedvalia, then we have the capital, which is Thieveston.
Mhm.
Isn't
Right.
it? I mean, if I read the map correctly.
Nope.
Janlos is
Give
just
me
gonna like
that.
start pointing the map. Hey, I think we're like right here somewhere.
Hey, well, where the capital is where the circle is.
Oh. So where's the part where it says you are here?
Oh, that's
it's-
neat.
It's an invisible ink just to confuse people.
You gotta squint
I'm
your
just-
eyes and look real close.
I'm just gonna pull out one of my daggers and I'm actually just going to carve into the wood in very elaborate lettering, Thieveston.
And then
There.
below it, I'm gonna put "You are here."
You stop drawing on my map. It's a bad-
So now the sign is somewhat more official.
I'm just gonna.
If we're ever questioned for did we bring any good in the world? Like, well, we did provide directions.
Exactly.
And-
We
and-
provided a map for something.
Well, I feel slightly offended. Not everyone's a thief in Thieveston.
The name has been chosen.
Like I'm
It
a
has come about by a natural inclination of things, organically.
well-respected information broker. Not a well. No,
I'm sorry, but how do you mostly come about your information?
Twitter.
by obtaining them through various means.
One of which is thieving. Yes.
No,
Then borrowing without permission with the intent on giving it back is not stealing.
yes, we'll go with that. Apart from the last part.
So you're a thief. Therefore, the
No.
town name is appropriate.
I'm
Therefore,
not a
the title
thief.
upon you is.
I do-
Janlos kind of stares. I've never stolen anything in my life.
You stole many people's sanity, if that counts.
No, harming sanity does not equate to stealing.
He took it.
Please tell me this is a conversation we're having as we're moving forwed.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're moving.
We
We're
are.
If we're all just gathered on
We're
this
walking.
sign, I'm just waiting for a passerby. It's just like,
What the hell's going on over there?
It doesn't make the conversation any more normal when you do pass someone.
But we're making
that's all I
forward
ask.
progress.
It's like,
We're making forward progress.
Yes. Oh. There would be like some times when you would probably get into a few minor scrapes, a couple of smaller monsters, but nothing too major. As you pass away, pass on, not pass away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
Move
we-
along.
Mine is like
He
minor
did
We
say-
move along.
He did say we were gonna die, guys. So I mean, it happened subtly.
I imagine just like with minor monsters, I imagine it's just a goblin. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna say, grab the trident, and we're done.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of hunting for, fresher supplies. But over the course of a month, the most interesting thing that you come across are singing mushrooms. And the mushrooms start to follow you one night after camp, going. And I always forget. This is how bad of a singer I am. I always forget the beat that I'm about to start singing. Oh, when the storm comes rolling in. Oh, when the storm comes rolling in. How you want to be under shelter when the storm comes rolling in. And then they just keep singing that over and over again. So, after a while, you've got about half a dozen. They're just following along your cart. Oh, when the storm comes rolling in.
And
when the storm comes rolling.
is this the part where you roll wisdom and how long our sanity lasts?
No. This is the part where Joseph looks over to Janlos and goes, "Is it considered a mortal sin to cook something and eat it that is talking and singing?"
I'm the worst person to ask that. I'm a turtle.
You're a. I just look over you. I just look over you.
I was like, I'm a turtle.
I just point out the fact that you're a turtle in cleric's uniform as well. So, yes, but you're the closest thing that we have to a priest here that I can ask this of.
Also, I'm pretty naked. I'm just kind of free shelling right now.
Thank you for that. We all need to know that.
Fortunately, reptiles and turtles, most things are internal.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm just kind of shelling it right now. But no, I think eating the shrooms would be great, but we're probably gonna be tripping afterwards.
But the one thing you failed to, like during the process, and we hunt them down, they can't silence the screaming.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. And that would no.
They're
wanna...
just singing now.
guys, I have a spell for that. It's okay.
No, God, I forget I even asked.
Are you going to cast silence?
No. I just
Turtle?
asked in regards to the moral ambiguity of the thought because they've been following us for 60 miles now, and they've been singing that same song.
I just want to say, if these guys were following you for 60 miles, you got to be going super slow.
Yeah.
No, Cleric, you cast silence. Warrior, you slaughter them mercilessly.
I think at this, when I would like to think when Joseph asked Janlos, is it morally okay to kind of eat the shrooms? I'm probably just Janlos is probably just humming the same thing and just moving forward. Oh, this is kind of catchy. Sure.
Not the convoy we were hoping for.
This is the support, man.
Right.
This is our backup.
The moment we get in trouble, they're gonna ditch us, right?
when you realize you're the odd one out, Joseph, Janlos, and Gileth.
Mm-hmm.
I am now Gigi.
Gigi.
You may call me king if it gets too difficult.
I will call you no such thing.
Okay, just saying it's just an easy out.
I will call you warrior, call you cleric, call you thief.
Okay,
I just looked between Vivi and the mushrooms, and I point to the mushrooms, and I went,
comes rolling in. Oh, when the storm comes rolling in, how you want to be under
Janlos is just enjoying the hell out of this.
When the storm comes rolling in. Oh, when the storm comes rolling
Exactly.
in.
When the
When the storm goes rolling in. Oh, how I want
be
to be in the night of terror.
when the
When
storm
the storm comes
rolling in.
rolling in.
I'm
I
rolling
think-
in.
I think they're Jalos is probably gonna get a little wiser at this point, but I think they're trying to warn us, guys.
If there's a
Apparently-
storm coming,
Yeah.
Or to always tip your hostess.
You should tip them. You have more money than me.
That's probably not true.
Say, I feel like that's a strong lie.
actually, they're mushrooms. They're mushrooms. We could tip them in a different way.
Tip.
Like, uh, well,
Is there- but
This
so-
is why
Let's go
games
into
never
the
get
town.
anywhere. You guys will spend
Yeah,
forever
so-
debating the
so-
ethics of
yeah.
mushrooms.
So Andy,
well-
is there a clead like front man like leading like this
Oh, me.
conga line, or is there not you? And is it like just a conga line, or is it just there's a full on like choir
It's
spread?
basically a choir that is sort of like trying to keep up with you, but they move very, very slowly.
Right,
I
so
mean,
there's
even
no
so any amount of
That's a-
speed, you'll leave them behind.
yeah. So
Oh.
so basically, there's no clear leader. There's no,
No.
like clear like there is no maestro, so to say.
No, no.
Okay.
no conductor.
Yes.
Interesting. Oh, then we'll just pick up the speed, guys. Let's go.
I don't think we have speed. We have red dust.
No.
It's bad enough.
Huh.
It's bad enough that the cat keeps finding it. I don't know where it's getting it.
He has a buyer. He has a buyer.
He's got a supplier, man. I don't know where he's getting it from.
Like, he whistles innocently.
So yeah, I just meant if Scarlet perceives it like no, is a bit annoying, but no harm. So I imagine like unless the party does something, if it gets to a certain point, he'll gladly just a wave of thanks and moving on.
I suggest if there's a storm come rolling in, I suggest we find some shelter.
Oh yeah, and then Giles checks for storms. Now you haven't mentioned that. Look, can I do a nature check?
Yeah, you can.
As for no, we won't. But
Sweet, 17.
17. No, it is a clear blue day. There was like, there might be just from the, some people can almost smell like rain coming. Maybe there's going to be a shower or something tomorrow, but it's not going to be any harsh storms. In fact, it's been really pleasant your whole trip. Figure you're about 3 weeks into it now. There's been lots of game, lots of fruits and vegetables that you've been able to pick. It's actually been very plentiful.
Huh.
So as you get closer to Townsburg, the walls are finally in sight. Do you want to go into the town, or do you want to head off to where there is a clear group of Knights of Shelter that's about half a mile outside the town wall, where they have a big bunker? It actually has a sign that says shelter.
Do we know what god the Knights of whatchamacallit worship?
You can make a religion check.
I will do that. We rolled. I don't know shit. I rolled a nat one. I don't need a book.
Gods?
Oh,
You mean there's more than one?
At this point, I don't even think I know who Apollo is. Jesus Christ! Like,
He's one too.
man, I forget. I'm not allowed to roll digitally. I swear, the dice hate me.
You can switch over to physical dice. I never mind.
I have them here. I'm gonna keep that nat one because
You're
yeah.
keeping the nat one. You
Yeah.
don't get rid of that. You're like, so yeah, his brain just sort of freezes as he's trying, like, there's supposed to be one that I follow, but I haven't talked to him in a while. Maybe it's because I've been living in darkness. No, that can't be it. But as you can see that the knights, they actually have like where they're handing out it's like, hardtack to people. They got a big crate of it. It's like, take what you want. And then the gates to the town are open. This is a small town, so they don't do much more than a couple of guards, just kind of, scanning people. But they're not really taking taxes or anything.
Let's go inside.
Hello,
Let's-
welcome to
let's go.
Townsburg.
Thank
Greetings.
you.
Greetings. I'm human.
Make a deception check at disadvantage.
Oh,
Who starts a conversation like, hello,
Well,
I'm
you know-
human.
You're not the cow cow from that one show.
guys, we're fine. Without a modifier, I still rolled a 13 at disadvantage. Look at that.
It's like, of course you are. Keep an eye on that one. He's probably drunk already.
It's the shrooms.
The shrooms did nothing wrong. Oh, this is your scapegoat. Got it.
We just.
When
I
did
just
we
kinda
have a
walked
goat?
All right.
So, are you looking for anything in particular in town?
Yeah, I'm going to look at Janlos and go, you're the one more arcane focused than the rest of us. Fully. Do you know where the pinpoint might be for the focus of the energies creating the endless summer here, or is there something that we should really be looking out for?
Out of character. Is Janlos the more arcane one? Everybody else is nobody knows magic.
I know of magic, but it's none of my vicinity.
Vivi can cast a few low level spells, but that's about it.
Oh, so yeah, you're right. Okay, back in character. Yeah, totally. Janlos is gonna fake the shit out of this. He's just gonna point. And the best way of his knowledge that the DM allows of where it is.
Okay. I'm just going to make a roll on my side to decide where you point, because that was more or less at random. You see a group of people who have gathered around a message board outside the tavern. Clearly, that is the point of the origin.
Boom. And I point probably there.
Okay.
I'm more of the divine magical thing versus the arcana thing.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah.
But you do know that big rituals require groups of people, and that's a group of people.
Yes. So I point and I'm like, I think it's there. And
Uh,
I'm saying this with full on confidence.
Could I make a roll to see if he's bullshitting?
Sure.
Through the powers of my god, there.
14 on insight. 14 on insight for me. So
Janlos, this could be deception or performance, whichever one you want.
19 on me. 19 on insight for me.
It doesn't matter. I don't have a modifier. Oh, hey, I nat 20'd it, so it doesn't matter.
You guys, you don't know how divine magic works exactly, but if the cleric says his god has told him, then clearly he knows what he's talking about. He may not be totally sure, but his god is sure.
My God has informed me this is
My god.
okay, at this point, I look at Janlos and then I think, this is Janlos. What kind of god would pick Janlos? And then I'm like, oh god. Okay.
Guess that one.
Yeah, this might actually be a thing, so I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm really sus.
like Janus is like, hey, this is the way. Like he's just like, yep. And he starts walking that way. Yep, this is it, guys. We're ready. We got
When I
the
look at
plan. ready.
I then look at Janus and I go, could it also be the fact that there's a headquarters of the, Knights of Shelter on the outside and them?
I mean,
I'm normally not one to question a god, but at the same time, a message board doesn't really seem like it would be a divine focus. I think it would be more like a church.
listen. You asked me. This is the results. not my fault.
I know, but at the same time, dude, like
This
Maybe.
message board could lead us where we want to go. Well, you never know. I'm just gonna walk up to the message board. Watch,
Okay.
this be exactly where we need to be.
When you get closer, you hear the people standing around like, so do you just kill all of them and then just turn everything into the last one standing? How does this work? I mean, they all kind of look alike, don't they? If you kind of walk around or push through, whichever one you choose to do, you'll see there is the main job focus is cloning experiment gone wrong. Kill all the buggers and turn in their heads to the real bugger for 10 gold each. This offer is null and void if you kill the real bugger.
Oh boy.
In small words, don't tell Tink.
Oh, fuck you.
I just look at it and I go, why doesn't this guy just like start working together with all the clones of himself? I mean, they would all be, if they're all clones of him, they would be on all the exact same page. So why doesn't he just realize what his passion is and then use that to distract all of them and put them on it?
Joseph, may I ask you how do you obtain this knowledge out of sheer curiosity?
I do a lot of things.
Fair enough.
I mean,
there's about 4 to 6 people who are, looking over and seeing what bug, trying to remember what bugger looks like. There is next to it a paper that says monthly excess ration giveaway. See the Knights of Shelter for leftover rations.
I point to that and I'm like, haha, Joseph. You
I just
doubted
look,
me.
I just look at Jalos and then I look at the note and then I look at the message board and then I look at Jalos and I'm just like, well, fuck. Just like, for once, yeah, I think, yeah, okay, fine, yeah, all right, I believe now, I believe, but yeah. There's just this look of like,
He's just
it
like,
actually, yeah, like really, really, really,
this
really?
is how Jalos, this is how his cult starts.
No, and this is why I don't believe in religion. Happenstance mistaken for divine intervention.
Then look at Vivi and go, you live in a time and in a reality where the gods very much do talk to people and have been known to come into existence onto this plane. I don't think it's so much a religion as them just pretty much saying, if you want to do things in a way that appeases me, this is how.
I'm in constant denial.
It's okay, Vivi.
So a group of the people who have been standing around having this conversation, like, I guess we're going goblin hunting. Yeah, but I mean, we just don't know which one we give it to. Well, we just ask them if they want to buy the goblin heads. Since they say no, we killed them and take their head too. I don't see how there's any real downside to this. Like, all right, I guess kill all the goblins.
Why don't you just find a way to get them all to work together?
Because they're paying 10 gold per goblin head. I mean, I could buy a goblin for 5 from some people, but that still ain't worth nearly as much.
Just at the mention of slavery, just Joseph's eyes just kind of go, what? Like,
I don't know them, but I've always heard of some people who, they'll sell you goblins and kobolds, but I usually hear they're not very good workers, but I don't buy that stuff anyway. But if I kill these and keep their heads, that's 10 gold if I find whichever one is buying.
Why not just set up an entire name tag system?
Well, I'll ask them that while I'm chopping their heads off. And he walks away.
Oh yeah, you really went there, Joseph. You pry a lot. You just don't believe in anything, do you? It's like you just kind of full send.
I have questions. Questions as to why things are done certain ways, because it makes no sense. Because just sitting around killing everything all the time doesn't really sit well with me. And Ashley, if you say kill everything again, we're going to have words.
Actually, it's not Ashley that speaks. It's an old like wizard that's walking by and it's like, oh, I can answer that for you, son. You see, killing things is the primary way of gaining real world adventuring experience. And that allows you to become stronger and to kill more things and then to make more money, which you then use to buy the equipment to kill more things, thus becoming more powerful.
Stop pseudo breaking the fourth wall.
I just kind of
Actually, I find it's good to break all the walls. That way you always have an escape.
Like,
But I was a professor at the Adventuring Academy for many years.
Vivi peers at the wizard and goes, well played. Well played.
I thank you, good sir.
But isn't just continual murder essentially evil?
Not murder, young man, adventure. You kill things, you take their stuff. Occasionally, you even become the ruler of a small community.
So murder.
Such is the way of the adventurer.
So murder, thievery, and tyrannical overtaking.
Adventure.
adventure. And Janlos is like, yeah, adventure.
I just look at this point. I just look at Gileth and go, "We really are the bad guys."
No, not bad guys. We are neutral.
And this is why I'm an info broker.
We're that gray area in every like game.
We're
that
99
gray.
shades of gray.
Oh man.
Vivi hides his whip.
Oh
And
god.
the old wizard wanders off,
See you
secure
later,
in the
wizard.
knowledge that he has passed on knowledge to a younger generation.
Oh, he's excited. You've
Yeah.
made his day.
I'm just gonna look between everyone and go, okay, so how do we want to deal with the Knights of Shelter?
Well, I think we should get information on their watches and stuff like that. Deal with best way to infiltrate and then take out their head.
I mean, there's that, yeah.
Where we could just ask for an entire audience with the head that way, because Gileth being the king of the nation.
How does that work? Hi, need an audience.
I think that's what happens after you remove the head's head.
Gileth.
Yeah.
I suppose that Gileth is actually still wearing his crown at this point.
Oh yeah.
Gileth, why don't you just tell them that you, as the king of Avalia, have come to speak on behalf of your people because you recognize that things are out of balance and wish to discuss it with the head of the organization, as they are, being a good peoples, would want to, achieve a balance that is harmonious to nature and the well-being of all.
All right, got it. I go and I'm King Giles. We need your assistance.
Yeah,
Yes.
Joseph, you obviously don't know how religious orders work.
All right. We need your assistance. Oh, help me, God.
How about I just act as your herald and I come up to them? You stand behind me and look very grim and gruff. You two look like as if you're about to punch anybody who doesn't agree with you. And I just act like the placating numbskull.
If we're going to do this, do I remove the mask for more intimidation factor?
I don't think anybody can deal with just how pretty you are, though.
We're gonna try to intimidate these people. Okay. Janice is like hits his. Yeah, I'm ready.
It sounds like you were gonna bump your chest like a gorilla, and it sounds like coconut shells.
Right.
Like,
There we go. But yeah, let's just get ourselves all set up, and Joseph is just going to be walking in front with just pretty much acting like just pretty much going to be the part of the herald.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
There's a
And then-
small line of people who are taking like the free hardtack. But if you wait patiently, it only takes you about 5-10 minutes.
Hmm.
If you don't be patient, you just bump ahead of all these people shouting.
Well, he is
No,
a king,
no.
so he should feel self-entitled. It might work.
Wait.
Might work.
Yeah, it's like you
No,
may,
we
like-
actually want to make a good impression, though. I mean, as
Yeah.
intimidating as we want to be, we also want
Yeah.
to make a good impression that
Yeah.
will get people leading into the conversation. So we just wait until they're done.
Okay.
Giles,
Yeah.
would you say that is best?
Yeah.
Yeah, so because Giles has a history of working with kings, and he knows like in certain areas they don't care what title you have, you are a commoner in their eyes. So you
Yeah.
wait your fudging turn.
As you're waiting, you also see that there's somebody who's talking to a sculptor about, just over here. I'm mentioning like, and we would like the statue of Aloysius Roker to be right here, 10 feet tall, if that can be arranged. Like, oh yes. We'll have to go get some stone, but we'll begin the carving of your fallen knight within the month.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Giles. We know that guy.
Uh-huh. And what do you think we should do?
Just shut up and walk by.
Agreed.
And as you get up, one of the knights is standing there. It's like, hello, please take all the hardtack you like. We have we're rotating out our old stores. It's all still perfectly good, but we like to keep the fresher ones available in case of emergencies.
Out of
It's very
character,
nourishing.
having dealt with hardtack, how the hell do you know what is fresh?
Okay, let's put it this way. They just let the older stuff go out to people in need as they make more.
Okay. 'Cause my
And
brain was
maybe
just like,
and
"Huh?"
this basically, I didn't really know all the proper words. I know what hardtack is, but I was trying to think of something that would be even more nourishing, but not hard as a rock. That's sort of what they're making. But the point is, they have a couple barrels of free food that is highly nourishing and has a very long shelf life, and they're just giving it away. You may also go, and if you want something fresher, we have plenty of fruits and vegetables growing in our garden. Go and help, see the farmers, help yourself. Everything has been highly bountiful this season.
Yes, especially since summer has been lasting much longer than normal.
I know it's been very pleasant.
We're actually here to discuss this matter with the head of yourselves in regards to this, because it's become quite concerning to our kingdom as to this sort of disruption to the balance of the seasonal progression.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm sorry to hear that you're not enjoying these nice, pleasant days, but unfortunately, the head of our order isn't seeing anyone right now.
I have a matter of importance that needs to be seen as soon as possible.
Well, I suppose I can put you on the waiting list.
Is there a way to bump us up in the waiting list?
I'm afraid not.
He's gonna smile like, what Joseph and whispered, try something.
Apparently, he tried something like vanishing.
That's what they say. Like the rogue disappeared. Oh no!
No, I'm here. I'm here.
He's like-
Joseph, should we try something?
Yeah.
Joseph vanished.
Joseph whispers, "Do you want me to try something? Might have a spell that might come in handy."
I think coming in with more of a gentler hand would be much better. So if you can persuade them much better than I have tried, then do so, but do not force will upon them, as we're trying here to present up a much more united front to get things done rather than just
So-
force our way through.
So don't try and use charm person.
They'll know.
Okay. I'll
Please
use
tell me
my
you
na-
at least took 5 feet, walked away 5 feet to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Oh well, I'll just have to use my natural charisma.
Mhm.
He looks at his character sheet, charisma 10.
Oh, is he trying
Yeah.
to like charisma?
Yeah,
I might guidance him.
Yeah, I have guidance myself. But thank you.
While you're doing that, I'm going to step away to use the loo real fast. So,
Okay, go for it.
Good sir. Like, as much as I appreciate your the head is brother busy, but would there be? Our good friend here has much important business to talk to him about. Is there any way? I mean, any way we can go to see him?
I'm sorry, but he's deep in meditations right now.
Ah,
No one is allowed to disturb him. I mean, I can give you a tour of the facility if you like, but that's about it.
like, how long would it be until we could see him?
I don't know. He's been in meditation for quite a long time, from what I understand.
Are you sure he's not dead? I know medicine. We have a cleric here. He can go check if he's not dead.
I'm fairly certain that my superiors would have told me if he was dead.
Are you sure about that?
Not at all, but the point is, they said he's deep in meditations and not to be disturbed.
Are you sure that's the case? And they're not trying to hide the fact that your leader is dead. If your leader is dead, wouldn't it be best to know?
Well,
And
I mean,
with our cleric here, he can tell, he can make sure he's not dead.
well, while the head of our order is very old, and it would not surprise me to find that he had passed, it's not like he hasn't already handed off most of his official duties to someone else anyway. So there's already a system in place to obviously respectfully continue on without him. So I don't feel like there's any need to lie about it.
But here's the thing: if the leader is officially dead, it could affect morale. But at the same time, if they continue lying, that could also create distrust within the ranks. So would it be better to find out for certain than it would be to just speculate?
Well, you have a good point, but at the same time, I've only been here for like 3 months. I don't really rank high enough to start accusing anyone of treason.
Leaders
I wasn't speaking of treason here. I was speaking mainly for the poorly chosen use of this poorly chosen. Oh, hang on a second. Speaking from getting in the way. The poor choice to not inform people that should be informed.
while Arsha is talking with these people, I'm just going to look at Jarlath and go, mind if I just sneak in? Dear Lord.
I'm surprised you asked.
Oh, I at least want you to know where I'm going.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, go. Do you think?
While this guy is looking over, hey, Charlie, do we know who to ask if the head of the order is dead? Like, he's not dead. Yeah, but these guys think he's dead. Nobody told him he was dead. So while
Andy.
this is going on,
You are
Giles,
dealing with like the
Joseph-
interns of this entire facility.
yeah, everybody's kind of gathering around. It's like, no, we would have heard if he was dead. Joseph,
You want
do your
to
thing.
see what
27.
happens?
27. Yeah, you easily skirt around the crowd because nobody's paying attention to you. They're all like, no, nobody said he was dead. I mean, he's like 107. I was like, yeah, but that's exactly why they would tell us if he's dead.
You want to see what happens when if information that is needed is not given, and with this, he takes off his mask.
Oh dear Lord, you need help, and then they start trying to cast spells on you. But Joseph, what are you doing during all this?
I'm going to sneak into the area where it would be very certain that somebody of very high status would be, taking residence within this base.
Okay, well, I mean, you go into the only door, and it goes down about 10 feet of stairs, and it's just a large bunker where there's a few, there's a desk where there is somebody sitting, and the other side has some of the rations that they are getting ready to move out.
I'm just going to sneak past them and just keep
They're
going
kind of
through.
like literally sitting in front of the next door. It's like you just walked into a 20-foot square room, and they're setting to one side where the door is.
I'm just going to look between them all and then just
Just the
go.
one.
Well, I'm just going to look at them and with a 15 go. Francis just asked for your help in regards to a bit of policy upstairs.
Francis has been on vacation.
Yeah, but he's come back and he's wanted to check with something with you.
Really? Because I mean, he was going to the Feywild for a while, and that's like takes forever to get back from there.
Yeah, but he's got a dryad with him right now, and he's wanting to ask something about this.
Oh well, I don't have anything to do with dryads. He knows why. He rolled a nat 20. Let me save you the trouble. He rolled a nat 20.
Just looking at him and go, can I just go through?
Well, sure. Would you like a guided tour?
Yeah, please.
Okay, just a moment. He picks up a sending stone. Hey, we have someone down here that would like a tour of the facilities. Can we get somebody? And is Francis back? No, Francis went to the Feywild. He won't be back for at least another 3 weeks, and that's avoiding time jumps. Like, oh, okay.
Oh.
But a few minutes later, Joseph, someone comes down like, hello, sir. Would you like a tour of our shelter?
Yes, please.
Oh, well, come right this way. This is, of course, the first room where the first one that we built, and it is still functional as a storm shelter, and he guides you down to the next level. What are the rest of you guys doing? Just still listening to the debate up above ground?
Yeah,
I was waiting. I was just waiting for her to come back. Like, so I want you to really be sure, because we know the ways of alive versus deceased. Just waiting for the still going down the intern.
Well, I mean, Sir Aloysius was supposed to take over, but then he tragically died. I was like, yes, but then Sir Rather, I think, is next in order, and if he's already taking care of most of the work. In fact, he's out dealing with current issues, and he said,
"But when you rather know that all your leaders are alive?"
Well, that would be fantastic, but he did check in just this morning.
But what if he was mistaken?
That he called in on a sending stone and that he mistook that he was still alive?
Yes. You know how this world works. It's bizarre.
Meanwhile, Giles and the turtle will just have like cards.
Like, and now everybody up there is getting into this debate. Like, can you be dead and not really know it? But if you are dead and you don't know it, are you truly dead because you're still here? Is it not? It is to be alive or not to be alive. That is the question.
Because the ways of death is very difficult. And do you have any twos?
Oh yes, they hand you some hardtack.
I would like to try to.
It's tastier than it
but
looks.
okay.
It really does taste better than it looks, sir.
I like to try to walk past everybody
Sure.
while all this is going on.
Yeah, just make a stealth check.
Oh yeah, the turtle's making a stealth check. Guys.
Does I take advantage because of what I'm doing?
Oh, it's not even a hard check. This is just a C.
Stealth check, right? 14.
14? Yeah, you can get right on around everybody. A couple will even step aside to let you walk by while they're having this conversation.
Oh, nice. I'm just gonna try to convince the guy to let me in.
Well, if you want, you're there just as Joseph is beginning his tour. So they turn to you. Oh, sir, would you like to join the tour?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nowhere to hide once you're inside the room. So
makes sense. I mean, yes, I will join the tour.
okay. And they're just now beginning to walk downstairs. The two of you who stayed upstairs, this debate is going to keep going round circle for a while.
All fairness, like, all fairness, he's doing this to actually try to get in so he can help himself. But at the same time, Vivi likes mind fucking people, so he's enjoying this.
Okay. All right. So until I hear otherwise from you two, we're kind of going to hang with the other guys right now.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We're kind of like holding the ground here. And
Yeah, yeah.
as an unintended distraction.
Yes. Because this is a group of this is basically like a whole bunch of college freshmen scholars. You know,
Oh, yeah.
they're even that age. They're young enough that they were, they were basically like going to help out somewhere, and now they just got a debate about whether or not being alive is truly being alive.
I thought they was gonna have a job posting and be like, pick my own hours.
Hey!
Giles, get out the beer bong. Get out the beer bong.
No. No.
So,
what if the cops see?
Janlos and Joseph, he brings you down to the second layer of the bunker, and this is the bunker where we store our foodstuffs before it is processed. This way, if there is a storm and we have to bring people in, we can make room for them down here also, but the food is not too far away, kept cold enough that it will be preserved just a little bit longer, and we can actually cook it on the next layer. This room is bigger than the one before it, and the one down below it will be slightly larger. You go down to that one, you see a handful of people who are cooking. Like, here's where we make our long-lasting, yet delicious hardtack. And, there's like where they're processing the flour and then they're cooking over on the other side. There's probably,
Have you guys thought about expanding into pemmican?
Into what?
Pemmican. It's just like, well, it's sort of a more fatty version of hardtack. So what you do is you render down the fat from several animals, you mix it together with some berries and let that sort of congeal and in a lower heat area so that the moisture evaporates off of it at the same time, and it preserves the berries and everything inside of the fat, giving a much more dense survival meal.
Well, for the most part, this is only meant to be able to hold people over for a few months in the event of a long-lasting catastrophe. But we do have enough food here to hold over for about 50 people for about 3 months. And you can kind of, so we can do 100 people at 2 months and so on. Fortunately, we have bunkers like this that are planned to be built in other locations as well. And then he'll bring you down another layer. And this will keep going for a little while. But basically, you have a layer where there's cots for people to stay long-term. Then below that, more storage space that can be converted as necessary. And it's just a whole bunch of random people kind of moving around, doing different jobs.
Mm-hmm. So I look at him and I go, so is there like a place where the head is?
Oh, I believe he's down at the bottom layer, but we never go down that far.
I would like to meditate with him. Is that okay?
Oh, I'm afraid we're not allowed to disturb him.
Well, I won't disturb. I'll kind of like.
No, I mean we've been told that we should not go down there and interrupt him, so we don't even open the door.
I meditate in silence. I won't interrupt him. Scout's honor.
Sir, I'm just not allowed to let you wander down that far unattended.
How far down can we go?
Oh, there's about 8 layers. You can go. There's really not much more to see beyond this layer. After this, it's just empty storage space that we can use where we keep more blankets and things like that. we've actually built this to be much larger than what the town can hold, so that if other people come here, we have more room. But
I mean, I'd like to see what the storage rooms are like, just because,
I'm
there's
trying to design my house. I would like to see how it's done all the way at the bottom.
he just takes a deep sigh and says, okay, we will see the empty spaces. And every room is basically a large square with like, it can be set up with some sturdy yet portable walls to create, some amount of privacy if they had to keep people for a longer time. But it's modular, basically. Like there's actually a space off to one side where they have daylight spells, and they have their own farm down here.
Is there anybody in these lower rooms besides us?
There's some people taking care of the farm, and on the other side there are people taking care of the handful of livestock. But we're talking like in the entire place, there's maybe 20 people.
If I were to fall sick, quote unquote, would Joseph be able to sneak and get down?
If you want to try it.
Yes.
Okay, give me a deception.
Oh yeah, we're screwed, boys. I like to guidance myself. Can I do that? Yeah.
You could do that before, yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. 19, because I rolled a d4 on the thing. What?
As you start to cough, he'll just reach out and cast Lesser Restoration on you.
While he's doing that, I will stealth with a 27.
Okay, a 27 was enough to beat his 21. So you just slip by him and quietly open up the door to the next level and close it behind you.
Fucking clerics. No shit.
And well, we're gonna stay with Janice for a minute as the man turns and like, and so that where did your friend go?
It's never that.
I don't know. I think he left. Maybe got bored. He's not one to like me touring house designs. So.
And he'll take out a ascending stone. It's like, everyone, we had somebody who disappeared from the
I want to hit
tour.
Don't mind
Okay.
Sweet Mouser.
Make an attack roll.
I want to knock him unconscious. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Are you hitting him with like your fist or a weapon?
My fist.
Okay. Roll unarmed attack then.
So 14 plus 5.
No, he's actually 14.
19. So 19.
Okay, yes, without his shield, that's enough to hit him.
Oh, good. I want to knock him out. Ka-toon.
Okay, what's your damage for that?
Oh, that's a good 3 points of damage.
Okay, you knock him for a loop, but he's not quite not enough to knock him out yet. But I'm going to wait just a minute before we get into initiative here. Joseph, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get down to the very bottom, because if they said that this guy is in the bottom of the building, then I'm going to make my way down to where he is.
Okay. Give me another stealth check.
All right, and I will be using my my psychic abilities with this as well.
Okay.
So that's 19 plus a d8. 25.
25. Yeah, using your psychic abilities, you basically sort of mentally tell everybody to ignore you, which is going to be really easy as you hear from a number of sending stones. I'm being attacked to the 5th level. Janlos, roll initiative for me.
Oh God.
Meanwhile, at the surface, so the ways of people dead, like how exactly how ghosts work? Because of
And-
the way and
13.
13. Okay.
Oh.
And Gileth, as you're having that conversation, you all hear the same report come across one of the sending stones as everybody stops and starts to run, like too many people trying to run through the one door.
and at that point, I'm gonna cast Entangle on them.
Okay. What is that? Is that a save or?
It's a strength or deck save, or 26 cube, or they're restrained.
Okay. What do they need to roll?
That's just double checking. It's a DC 15 strength or deck saving throw, depending on what they.
Okay, I'm going to roll for a couple different people because so I'm not going to roll for all of them. I mean, like, I'm not going to roll too many. Most of them are able to tear through. It will slow them down, but the real problem is that they all try to run through the door at once and got themselves tangled up.
Yeah,
Janlos, we are over at your fight where this guy is going to grab a spear off the wall and attack you. And that's going to be a 19 to hit.
That matches. It hits.
Okay. And he is using a two-handed style. So that is going to be 9 points of piercing damage.
9. Okay.
And your turn.
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna full send. He's hit me first, guys. In my defense, I'm gonna full send.
Yeah, he hit you first.
I'm gonna attempt to inflict wounds at 3rd level.
Okay.
So let's see. Hopefully 15 plus 7. 22 to hit.
22
15 plus
hits.
7. Yeah.
Yeah. That hits.
Does the good old 21 points of damage.
Okay. That's enough to drop him.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna pick up the sending stone and try my best to be like to intimidate his voice. Like as like basically he fell as in like I like the person. Well, I fell because I was sick, but everything's okay now, kind of thing.
Give me a deception at disadvantage because you don't really have an imitate skill set.
I don't. Oh God, help us all. That's not bad. That's not bad. At disadvantage, it's a 17 because I rolled an 18 and a 17. So it's fine.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Well, most people, most of them are like, okay, we'll stay up here. So that means that the crowd upstairs is starting to like, okay, now we're dealing with these vines that suddenly popped up. A few of them, because there is a lot of people, you can still hear a couple coming down or up the next set of stairs. So you're still going to have a couple of people, but you've got a couple of rounds before they get there.
Okay.
Vivi and Gilus, what are you two doing while everybody tries to, extricate themselves from the tangle?
Oh my God, how did these vines get here?
Gilus then looks up from his card game. I was in there a moment ago.
I know. Pretty strange.
It is where it's like, you're deceptive. Gilus is just as confused. So it's like...
So you do hear those of you up on top, a couple of people saying like, hey, look, I was on my way already. I'm just going to go ahead and come down and check.
Do you require assistance?
This was just something you heard on the sending stone.
Never mind then.
Joseph, you are able to slip past a couple of people as they run up. Between your psychic abilities and their focus, they don't even acknowledge you're there.
I just keep going lower and lower and lower.
Okay, give me a thieves tool check along the way, because.
All right. Okay. Yep. So that's going to be a dex plus my
Your proficiency.
double my proficiency because I'm actually
Expertise.
Okay.
Yeah, expertise. So that is 20. And so that's a 20.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to open up any of the doors that might have been locked. And the lower you get, the fewer people there are. The last one room is just completely empty. They don't even bother, like, there's a few crates down here. But you see the next door has a bigger lock, which with that, you're still able to pop open. And before you can do that, we are going back to Janlos, where two people have just run up the stairs and like they see the unconscious man, they see you, they're going to attack.
Ah, shit. I was gonna try to rob the guy and then drop to a turtle shell and hide. Like
I
I,
mean-
was gonna pretend to be a turtle.
So the first one's going to hit
But-
with a 19.
Yeah.
The next one's going to be a 17. So only one of those is going to hit you.
Yes.
As you take 7 points of piercing damage.
All right. All right. Okay. 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 Tis be my turn now. Oh God.
Yes.
Oh God. What am I gonna do, guys? Oh, let's see. Let's see. Mm, uh, God.
All right, make your choice now, or
Yeah,
we're going to skip your
I'm
turn.
gonna inflict wounds on one of them at second level.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
19 just barely hits the one that was attacking you.
Okay, that's gonna be 12 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, 12. He is still up, and he's
Okay.
going to shout into his sending stone, "We're being attacked! We're being attacked! Everybody, get down here!" And so there, everybody up at top, Giles and BB, it's like, okay, we're going back in. And again, they're all too excited. They all hit the door at once. It's going to take them at least a round to get themselves sorted out.
The vines are still there, and
But
The
most of these
counts-
people already beat it once.
yeah, but it also counts as difficult terrain.
Okay. That's going to slow them down even more. So that's going to give it about 4 rounds.
Yep.
Okay. So Joseph hasn't heard any of this, but I still want to stick with the fight.
Vivi sighs, looks at Gilef, like, should we deal with this?
I mean, they're kind of having a hard time with the vine, so like we could offer assistance, but
I mean, I can get through there no problems. I have a ranger after all.
You would have to push through about 6 people.
Hmm.
So
Good point.
let me put it this way: if we have a purpose to get done, as a king, if I'm found to do some tomfoolery, then all of our travel, our mission is jeopardized.
But I'm an unassociated person to the kingdom, so if I do tomfoolery, it won't affect value on the kingdom.
So you can do whatever the hell you want. I'm just saying my hands are tied.
So back at the fight, one of the knights puts his hands on and heals the other one for a little bit. The other one is going to attack.
I would like, as a reaction, to use warding flare and make it impose disadvantage on it.
Okay. I mean, this was a cure wound, so it's
Oh,
not
I'm
really.
sorry. The one that was going to hit me.
Oh, okay. The one's going to
Yeah.
hit you. Okay, now I
Yeah.
understand. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He totally misses with that one.
Okay. Okay.
So that was their turns.
So I'm trying to buy myself some time here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because you hear more steps coming to you already.
Of course.
Uh.
I'm just, you know what? I think at this point in time, I'm going to is that I'm trying to where isn't healing word a bonus action?
I think so.
I don't have it prepared, so it doesn't matter. Never
Okay.
mind.
Yeah, so it's-
never
Who needs
mind.
All right,
healing when
cool.
you're going into a big fight?
No, I have healing. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to retreat into my shell,
Okay.
and what that does is, if I can find it, shell defense. As an action, you can withdraw into your shell and gain a +4 to AC and have advantage on strength and con saving throws while in your shell. You are prone, your speed is 0. You have disadvantage on but I get a +4 to AC. So I'm gonna
Okay.
drop to my shell. I'm like, okay, you guys got me, and I'm gonna just drop to my shell.
Okay. So are you gonna stay in your shell for a little while?
Yeah.
Okay. So more people are gonna flood in. You can hear them basically like standing around you, prepared if you do anything. They revive their other friend. Gilith and Vivi, the doorway kind of clears out. A couple of people stay up front to continue what they were doing, but the rest run down to help.
Vivi's going to wait until there's an appropriate time and stealth in.
Okay.
Right. And then because there's something that Jonathan wants to do, but he has to make sure no one sees because he wants to disguise self, but he doesn't want to be like all of a sudden a blue dragonborn changes form and then
I'm going to say that with all the chaos, it was easy for you to step around to the side.
All right, so I'm gonna see. I have to review my limitations on disguise self because I don't want to go too out of balls. All right, person look different. All right, so he would attempt to look like one of the knights there if possible.
Yeah, that's totally doable because they're way too busy to notice the new guy. So everybody who wasn't, tied up with some sort of, like the cooking or something, and even most of them kind of put it on to simmer, have already started running down the stairs. You two can follow them along, but there's now, fortunately the down that far was enough that there's plenty of room, but there's about 15 people standing around Janlos, who's in his shell.
Can I make a mental note of how to get Janlos out of there?
You can knock out 15 people and walk them out.
No, I know. I have no way of doing that. Is there a clear route from Janlos to an exit?
Well, he's literally surrounded by people. Like they are standing around, shield, spear, like they're telling, all right, come out so we can lock you up properly.
I cast Fog Cloud.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and slip through and grab Janlos.
All right. You're going to be limited through by the fog cloud also, which means that you're going to have to push through this group of people.
Yeah.
I believe that's what disadvantage on everybody's attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Gilus, what are you doing?
I imagine it's like he's just trying to blend with the other knights. And just would trying his best not to look oblivious, trying to get rejoined to his comrades.
Okay, yeah, that's totally doable because, like I said, they're all focused. They were all focused on Janlos, and then all of a sudden, fog cloud, and now everybody is sort of panicking. And Vivi, are you trying to push through them?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm going to try and slip through them best I can.
Okay. Give me a stealth at disadvantage.
Sure. But will the fog cloud negate the disadvantage?
Do what?
Will the fog cloud negate the disadvantage?
No, because you're making disadvantage to slip through a group of people. Like,
okay.
So you're trying not to bump into somebody you can't see.
Okay.
It gives them disadvantage on their attempts to hit you.
So that's a 9. Nope.
Okay, yeah, you bump into some people. But what's your AC?
My AC is terrible.
Well,
I'm not. Yeah. Okay. My AC is 14.
Okay. You feel a few of the as people are like turning to swing at you, as you're able to move just enough to avoid being hit by them.
Yeah.
You can get over to Janlos, but now you're still surrounded by people.
Yeah.
And now they're like, there's someone moving in here. Everybody stop moving. And they're yelling orders at each other, but none of them are really obeying their own orders. They're just getting more and more confused, which means people are swinging spears everywhere.
Which they can accidentally stab each other.
Yeah, exactly.
I
It
just
is
imagine.
a
I almost-
possibility,
I
but for
imagine
you
it
guys,
almost
it's the
out-
equivalent of trying to move through a bunch of random sharp objects.
Yeah, I'm imagining at one point it's like, hey, hey.
Yeah. Yeah, like everybody's holding their shields up, like, stop that, be careful. But for the two of you inside this now, what's essentially going to be a wall of daggers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cloud
there
of
is
daggers, really.
there is a fireball option. I can just point it
No.
on myself. Like,
No.
You can do that,
there
but
is.
you have to come out of
also-
your shell first.
Also,
Yeah,
you see,
well,
you
bonus
don't-
action. It's a bonus action to come out of my shell. So.
Yes.
John, all of a sudden you feel a tap on your show. Hey, get out of your show. Let's go.
Okay, as the bonus action, I'm gonna come out of my shell and
Okay. Now that's say that the circle was just enough space that you're not being hit, but if you attempt to move, now it's going to be a dexterity check at disadvantage because now is random weapons coming out of everywhere. So it's on you to avoid them.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
you can only tell that it's happening from the sounds.
Yeah.
Because
Would my passive perception come into this?
no, not really, because you can't see to have perception.
Yeah.
You blinded yourself too. You can see the outlines of them, but
Yeah.
it's not going to help. You got to dodge.
Now,
Okay, so-
would that negate the disadvantage that I can see the outlines, or would it?
No, this is still random people moving. This is a trap.
Yeah, like there's a risk, but I wanted to make sure I could get him out there without people seeing who actually grabbed him.
What's up?
No, I was just saying I was trying to basically hide the fact that it was me doing all this. So
Well, I mean, they know somebody is moving amongst them, and
Yeah.
Giles is probably the only one I can imagine who's outside the fog cloud. But even that is probably just barely.
Yeah, so like is where it's like he knows like
Joseph, you do hear all this if you want to open that door, or if you want to go back.
I want to open the door and just
Okay.
slowly walk through.
We're going to get to you in just a moment. I want to wrap this up, and then we'll go over to you. So,
come on.
who's going to try what among all the daggers or all the spears coming at you?
It's disadvantage to get through.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get through.
Okay. The lower your roll, the more times you're going to get hit. Is basically how this goes.
Okay.
I'm going to try and use Janlith as a pole vote to go over.
Okay. That's still going to be difficult because you don't know where you need to land. But give
Yeah.
me. Let's call this an acrobatics. It's going to be very difficult though.
Okay, and it's disadvantage.
Yes.
No, for me as well. Okay, so acrobatics.
If you want to
disadvantage.
try to slip through, if you're moving while he's using you as a pole vault, then it's going to be disadvantage on him too.
Janlith, he says, hold still for a moment. And with that, he pole vaults.
Okay, go ahead and try it.
Okay. That's a 28.
28. Okay. Let me just
okay.
make a roll.
I was not expecting that high of a number. To really be honest.
I'll admit that was really good, and the fact that nobody was pointing their spears up, it helps them out.
Yep.
I am going to say you're going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you land on the other side because
Fair enough.
you crash through a table or something. All right, Janilis, you're inside.
Okay.
You still got all the spears.
And this is disadvantage. How am I
Yes.
gonna get through? Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Nothing has changed that.
Okay, so disadvantage. Just a straight D20, or am I using is it acrobatics or athletics?
This is a dex check.
A dex check. Okay, so
Yeah.
I have a +1 there. All right. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. It's disadvantage.
Mhm.
So 16 plus 1, 17.
Okay. So you are going to take 11 points of piercing damage as you get stabbed 1 or 2 times, but it could have been much worse.
Oh,
You
yeah.
are a very large, but your shell compared to most people, but they're already like turning and clanging into each other, so they don't notice one more clanging, and you all manage to get out of the fog cloud while they're still in chaos. Joseph, During all this chaos, you've headed down to the last room. It is dark down here. There is a faint light at the far end of a tunnel. As you make your way there, sitting in a chair surrounded by books is the form of an old man, a long beard. For even by by human standards, he's well over 100 years old. He shows every bit of it, especially because he's gray and see-through at this point. And there are these other things that are flying around him. They're really hard to make out, but you can see they have arms and a mouth, but they are flying like through him, through the wall behind him.
Can I make a perception check to see?
Yeah. Don't know what else you want to see, but let me know what you're looking for.
18. Just trying to get a full figure on what these things are as I'm heading up.
They're just kind of amorphous shapes. Like I said, they seem to have something of a face, but it's almost like if flying snakes had arms, but they're not really reptilian either. There is almost like I would say it's almost like Slimer, but stretched out.
So I just keep walking forward, and I just look at him and I go, you know why I'm here?
You hear a mumbling, and with your perception as you get closer, how close are you exactly?
I'm going to stay about 60 feet away.
Okay.
Because that's the limit of my own extent of power.
Okay. So you can kind of hear, if every day is a sunny day, isn't it still a sunny day? If every day is a sunny day, isn't it still a sunny day? If every day is a sunny day, isn't it still a sunny day? Just on loop.
I'm going to actually say that line as well. If every day is a sunny day, then isn't it still a sunny day? As I walk closer, and I'm going to will the shadow hounds to me, by persuading them out. So if I remember correctly, we stated that would be a charisma check, yeah?
Yes, that will be a charisma check.
16.
16. Okay, you get one shadow mastiff.
And
it kind
as
of appears out of the shadows.
And as it appears, I'm just going to start running towards this guy. I know that more than likely, being his age and what he's doing, he's going to be an old wizened guy who's going to have absolute power. But this has to be done for the writing of everything to keep summer from destroying the planet.
Okay, roll initiative.
14.
14. Okay, you get to act, and your mastiff will act after you.
All right, I'm going to come in with my psychic blades on the first one.
Okay. And you're aiming for him, right?
Yeah, that first one is a 9.
That
and then
misses.
the second one is a 7.
That misses.
Oh.
All right. What about your hound? How does it act?
I'm pretty much told the hound to go for it, so to attack.
So, and did you just so I'm clear, you like run up and start stabbing this guy directly, or are you throwing?
I am throwing the psychic blades, so I'm running and I'm throwing the psychic blades.
Okay, so that means you're about 30 feet away at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. The hound being 60 feet away, unless you have his stats to tell me otherwise, it's going to take at least another round to reach also. So it won't be able to attack until next round. We're going to say 2 more rounds, and then the rest of you guys will be free, and you can follow if you want. But for now,
let's see. Yeah, it's going to be 2 rounds because their speed is 50 feet.
Okay, so yeah, it'll be able to. It gets close enough that let me pull up these stats here. The things flying around it are going to attack the Mastiff, and there's 4 of them right now. Let me put up a counter.
Actually,
So,
let me just ask this: are we within this like area of blackness? Within this area of blackness, or are we actually affected by the light?
there's it's dim light, but there's just little like dim lights put every few feet, so it's dim light most of the area.
Okay, because when a shadow mastiff is actually in shadow, it's
Mhm.
invisible. So
Okay.
I just wanted to know that.
Yeah, I'm just double checking these guys. For them, I don't believe it's really going to be an issue. Okay, so what's the Shadow Hound's AC, and I'll take that invisibility into factor.
AC is 15.
Okay, let me find. Okay, 15. So nope, that one missed. Yep, that one missed. All right, so one of these is going to hit as one of these things just sort of flies through the space where it is going to take 3 points of necrotic damage.
All right. So it's still up. Okay.
Yeah. And now it is your turn. The old man made absolutely no recognition of your being there at all.
I'm going to make the rest of the 30 feet movement, and I'm actually going to stab him with my rapiers because that's
Okay.
more damage.
These things will start to attack you if you get in close enough.
Okay.
But that will be on their turn.
So first attack is a 23.
Okay, 23 hits.
And that is 9 damage. Do I get my sneak attack on him or no?
You tell me how your sneak attack work in this situation.
It's supposed to be if I have advantage or if something else is attacking him at the same time. So
Okay,
no, I
your
don't
Shadow
get it.
Hound is attacking then. So
Okay.
you have that.
All right. So, okay, so that first attack is actually 24 damage in total. So because it's
Okay.
9 damage from the rapier and 15 damage from the
One more quick question for you. Does this count as a magical attack?
Ooh, no, it doesn't because
Then
it's
it's
not a
only
magical
going
rapier.
then it as your rapier passes through, it does less damage.
Okay. So I got to follow up anyways with the bonus attack rapier. Because that's all that I've really got, which is a 23 to hit.
23 hit.
Yep. With a 7 damage on that, and I think that's probably going to be like less. So if I'm noticing that both these swords suddenly start doing less damage, it's just like, okay, I got to do it the hard way then.
Yep. All right, your Shadow Hound's turn.
All right, Shadow Hound is a +5 to bite attacks. So Shadow Hound rolls a 21.
21 hit.
All right, let me just pull this up. So that's a 2d4 for the damage plus.
And what kind of damage does it do?
It does. It doesn't actually say.
I figure it's probably piercing, but
Yeah.
okay, we'll say it's piercing.
So it's going to be 2d4. For 4 damage.
Okay, obviously he's not taking all of that. So let me keep track of that. Okay. Now you both get attacked by these things, but they're mostly aiming for you. But 11 is not going to hit. Does a 15 hit?
On me?
Yes.
Let me just double check here. Yes, it does.
Okay. Only one of these is going to hit you for 4 points of necrotic damage. And this is where the rest of you can roll initiative, but you're still 60 feet away if you want to get involved.
I'm getting involved. It's Janlos. I rolled a nat 20 for 21.
Okay.
Okay, I rolled a 21 as well.
Okay. I'm going to assume Vivi has the higher dexterity among you two.
Dexterity 16, so that's a plus 3
yeah.
modifier.
Yeah.
Yours is higher.
Gileth.
Joe and the new guy got a 1 on initiative.
The new guy.
Yeah, so Mr. Giles. No, new guy.
Oh, okay. Let me put him. Okay, Gileth is last.
Yes.
So, Vivi, you're 60 feet away, but you can start running now if you want to get involved.
Yeah.
You just see
Actually-
Joseph stabbing at this ghost. That's
Okay.
not even moving.
I'm going to I am going to bonus action Shillelagh,
Okay.
and then I'm going to dash.
Okay. You've already used your bonus action.
Bonus action, I'm going to move 30 feet in, and then main action, I am going to Hunter's Mark.
Okay. And Janlos?
Janlos is going to get as close as he can, but he's going to be smart and cast first level Cure Wounds on himself because those guys fucked him up.
Okay.
So I healed 10 hit points.
Okay. You'll each be able to actually get in the full up close to it next round. So that means it is Joseph's turn.
What about Giles?
He goes last.
He's
Okay.
This is at the top of the initiative.
Okay. So first Psychic Blades attack is a 22.
The 22 hits.
For 7 plus sneak attack. So yeah, 17 psychic damage.
Okay.
In total.
Half of
And
that. Okay.
And the bonus 19
19 hits.
for 5 psychic damage.
Okay. And I will say, Gilet, did you tell them who you were when you followed them down?
Nope. You just, if anyone, everyone just sees this random.
Yep. Okay, Vivi
Right.
and Janlos, you do notice that right behind you is one of the Knights of Shelter.
The only thing I would be since the only thing that Giles would bring up, because like if it brings up SOS, it'll be immediate red flag. So with the closest things, Trident.
Would my natural height, insight, and perception be able to figure that out, make a roll, or should I make a roll?
But what does your Shadow Mastiff do?
My Shadow Mastiff attacks the old shadow, the old ghost guy.
Okay.
For an 18.
18 hits.
Yep. And 2d4. For another 4 piercing.
Okay.
So just so that I'm aware on this one, it says that it actually has the ability to trip when it does hit. The person needs to make a 13 con.
He's sitting,
save.
so
Yeah,
there's nothing to knock down.
Okay.
So would he technically be prone if he's sitting?
No, not for this.
Okay.
He's a ghost, so he doesn't obey the
Oh,
rules.
he's
All right,
okay.
so it is the turn of his. Actually, let's see if any more that came out. Oh, there's now 8 of these little flying things around. All right, and does an 18 hit?
Me?
You, yes, you.
Yeah, an 18 hits.
Okay. I'm going to do all these at once. That's 2. What is your AC again?
AC is 15.
Okay. 3, 4. All right. You're going to get hit 5 times by these flying things. Eight.
I saw that face, Andy.
37 necrotic damage as they all hit you.
I am down.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Gilith, it is your turn. You're 60 feet away. These flying things just knocked down your royal assassin.
I imagine like it is it's best to sound like one of the guards. He goes like, "Oh no, looks like a fellow prisoner needs to be taken. Me as new guy should go forth and take care of this." And just meanwhile, he has no way to communicate this other than just, by the way, a fellow king of Gilith, which shall be amongst you shortly. Don't stab me.
Oh, one more question. Fog cloud, that's concentration, or is that just a time limit?
Just double checking.
Or did you?
It's concentration. So
Okay, so let me know when you drop that or get hit
no,
enough.
no, because Hunter's Mark is also concentration. So
Okay, so the fog cloud just ended.
Yeah.
And the door was open.
I would have closed the door on the way in.
Gilith was behind you.
Damn it.
Gilith, it is your turn.
Did you close the door? Random person. Did you close the door?
Do I need to?
Considering the fog is coming and the
Slam.
Okay. So you just slam the door shut. All right,
and proceed to hold it.
Okay, make a strength check to hold the door shut.
Gladly. All right, that's a dirty 20 to hold it shut.
Okay. With that, we're just going to go ahead and roll now to see. I'm going to give. This is going to be very difficult for you to hold.
Yep.
Because I'm not going to roll for the whole group, but they're working together. Yep. So. Okay. So they are pushing you back. We're going to say it will take them about 2 rounds to push you at this rate. I'll let you make another check, but theirs is going to steadily open up and the DC will keep getting harder.
Yeah. I imagine like during this time, as he's just continuing to hold, like, "I'm sorry, the master wishes not to be disturbed."
But there are intruders down there. We know they're down there. What is wrong with you? Open up. Vivi,
all right,
when I
took on this job, I hold that I need to ensure that no one is to disturb the master at all costs, including me. And that's a 15 on the roll, by the way.
What roll were you making?
Just to keep holding the door.
Oh, no, it'll be next turn that you make that
sorry.
roll.
Okay.
As much as I'm entertained by your rationale of, it does work with these guys. They're trying to talk you out. It's like, look, I know we don't really have a chain of command at this particular point because it wasn't supposed to be a hard day, but just let us in. Vivi, it is your turn.
Vivi's gonna walk up and with a flourish, smack him in the head with his shillelagh.
Okay, make that attack.
That's a 14.
14 does not hit.
I'm pretty sure I couldn't stealth at this point in time even if I wanted to.
You would have had to use your bonus action to cast Shillelagh, though.
No, I cast bonus action Shillelagh last turn.
So you didn't Hunter's Mark then?
I main action Hunter's Mark.
Okay, because you used bonus action to actually move, to actually do something else at the same time. So you can
a bonus action I should cast Shillelagh. Main action I cast Hunter's Mark. Just because something counts as a bonus action, you can use it as an action.
Well, the thing is, you can if you're casting a spell, the next spell has to be a cantrip.
Shillelagh is a cantrip.
Okay, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to try and hide?
Yeah.
I mean, there's literally nothing to hide behind. It's just a little bit dim in the back in the room.
Yeah, I'm going to try and hide because
Okay.
like
You did use all your movement to get there, so I mean, still go ahead and make the attempt. I just want you to know you can't move. You're trying to kind of hide within your space.
I'm going to Drax this business.
You're gonna what? Oh, okay,
Uh,
Drax. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Janlos, it is your turn.
Yeah. So,
16 on stealth.
Okay.
so there's multiple undead ghosts there?
Yes, there is about 8 of them that are flying around, plus this guy.
Is there a way I can angle the fireball to where it doesn't hit?
No, because one of your friends is literally lying at the feet of this thing.
Yeah.
Get the dead rogue up.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm not dead, thank you.
I'm gonna.
You're unconscious. You cannot go. You cannot talk.
I'm gonna move up to the buddy rogue because I seen him laying down. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on him.
Okay.
That's gonna be 11. Sorry, I just spasmed out apparently. 11 heal on them.
Okay.
And then healed. That's really all I can do because that was my spell slot. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of chill there.
Okay. Joseph, you are now awake. And the man's still just sitting there muttering. If every day is a sunny day, isn't it still a sunny day? He's never even acknowledged your presence.
I just, it's half my movement to stand up, right?
Yes.
I'm going to stand up. I am going to say, can somebody silence him? And I'm going to stab him with the psychic blades once again.
Okay. You need
For
a
a
16.
15.
15 does not
For-
hit.
All right, so bonus action then. 14. Neither one of
14.
those hits.
Okay. And
Then,
oh,
then I take it we're going to be coming into the Mastiff's turn then, right?
yes.
Okay, the Mastiff is going to use Bray. So everything that can hear needs to make a DC 13
right.
wisdom
That's
save.
everybody in the area.
Yeah, including
I'm good.
me.
I'm good. I rolled a nat 20 for a total of 27.
I rolled a
Ooh,
9.
I've now become afraid.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
So everyone who failed that check is now afraid of this thing and needs to get as far away from the Mastiff as possible. So you'll have to, I think you get another, does everybody get a chance on their turn?
Brian, they can't move toward the creature. If anything, if they try to attack.
That's right.
If they try to attack anything, it's a disadvantage.
I'm going to say you still aren't very comfortable in this space. But now it is his turn, and we're going to say that there's several of you here now, so each of you is going to get 2 attacks.
As a reaction, I'm going to use warding flare to impose disadvantage on the ones for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first, I'm going to go in order here. So Vivi, does a 17 hit you?
Yes, my AC is 14.
Okay.
My character's not supposed to be close combat.
All right. You take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, okay.
Janlos, everything attacking you is going to get disadvantage. So that's 1.
Actually, hold that thought. So did the ghosts become frightened?
They're ghosts. I think they're immune to frighten. Yes, they are.
They're immune. Okay. Then
Yeah.
They have.
Okay. They don't hit Janlos. 1 will hit Joseph for 3 necrotic. And what is the Mastiff's AC?
Mastiff's AC is 15.
Okay, then he gets hit twice for 12 necrotic.
Okay, he's still up.
And Gilith, the people they're knocking, but you won't let them in. Will you let them in? Make a strength check.
Here we go.
Could be the time you nat 20 and like
25.
25.
That's-
You hold the door.
hold the
You hear
damn
them
wall.
knocking, but they can't come in.
Hold
I'm
the damn
sorry.
wall, new guy.
I'm sorry. We appreciate your concern, but due to the rules and regulations of the ways of the Knights of Shelter, we cannot allow you to see the head as he wishes not to be disturbed even further.
Okay, he's actually, I think that was in the rules, guys. But we know there are intruders that serve mounts. Now they're arguing amongst themselves. The ones that aren't pushing are arguing the rules. And
Yes,
somebody
the
even
moment
ran
of
off
just
to go
like
get
there's
the
some people
manual.
like there are no flaws to our laws. They are flaws. There is no flaws.
All right.
Vivi looks over his shoulder and looks straight to Giles and just smiles approvingly, even though you can't see it behind his mask.
Yeah.
All right. And Vivi, it is your turn.
Vivi is going to turn around after grinning. Turns around and tries to smack with Shillelagh again.
Okay. Are you aiming for the person or the malices? Those are the flying things around. The malices are the ones hitting you.
I'm going to try for the mouse. I'm going to try for the ghosts. I have hunters marked him.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, for fuck! That one.
All right. I want you to. I will say you can hurt yourself or one of your friends, but somebody's getting hit. How do you slip up with this?
I will hurt myself because the only person near me is Joseph. He looks like he's hurt pretty badly already.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your attack damage as you're swinging for this guy, but it goes right through him, and you come. You went too hard, and now you've kind of you somehow managed to collide with the chair and hurt yourself.
That's 13 points of damage.
Yeah, you think you might have heard something pop there.
Oh, mother!
Do you have a bonus action you want to use?
I'm going to disengage.
Okay. You disengage.
And I'm going to move. I am going to move back.
How far back?
30 feet.
20 feet? Okay.
But 30.
30 feet? Okay, that's fine. All right. Janlos.
Oh God. This probably isn't gonna work, but I would like to use my channel of divinity to turn undead.
Okay. I'm just double checking that. What kind of save is that? Wisdom?
It's a wisdom saving throw DC 15.
Okay, I'm just double checking these guys. All right. A wisdom of 13.
15.
15. Okay, that's 2. Okay, only one is going to stick around. The rest of them, nope, right out of there.
Perfect. There we go. Like that's that. That was an action. I don't know why the fuck I didn't say, oh yeah, let me, whatever mindset said, oh yeah, let me just take off healing word. That was smart on my
Yeah.
yeah.
Joseph.
But as a bonus action, I'm going to cast spiritual weapon at 2nd level. Yeah.
Okay.
So there we go.
Now, Joseph, it is your turn.
I am going to attack this guy once again with a 21 from Psychic Blades.
21 hits.
1d6 plus 3, so that is 8 plus 3d6 is equal to 15 psychic damage.
Okay.
I'm going to whisper to
Jeez.
Ashley, pretty much going a little bit of help trying to destroy this fucker in some way. As I stab once again the bonus action with an 11, which isn't going to hit.
Okay. Ashley just says, if you can't do it on your own, then why don't I just take over altogether?
No.
All right. And I think these things, does your turn, does it just make them run for the round?
Let me double check. to
I
make
think it actually
sure.
banishes them back.
Um,
I
Yeah.
didn't think it was destroy at this level.
No,
it's
that's-
not destroyed unless they're like really, really weak. How weak are if they're like super weak?
They
Compared to-
are a challenge rating of 1.
Then that would let me check. Let me just read it because
Okay. Then in that case, we're just going to deal with the while you're reading that, we're going to have the one that was there attack Joseph, and it is going to hit.
See here, blah, blah, blah.
Joseph, you take 1 necrotic damage. And just to simplify things, we'll say that the other 7 did go away.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to basically get as far away from me as possible, and they can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. They can't take reactions, and the only action they can do is dash or escape, and that's it.
Okay.
But I
Do
don't
they
have
get
the power
another
to
roll
destroy
on
them.
their turn? Is what my
No,
question. No.
they're turned for 1 minute.
Okay. Because of the specifics of this place, we're going to say they're using their escape action to vanish, and that means that 3 new ones will take their place for a grand total of 4.
Shadow Mastiff's turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Shadow Mastiff is gonna bite one of them.
Okay.
So that is a 12.
12 is not enough to hit.
Okay.
And that means Gilith, we need you to make another strength check.
Gladly.
Look, just open the door and we'll sort this all out.
23.
23. They've almost got through, but you managed to brace your leg against something.
Yeah.
But next time it's going to be really, really hard to keep them all out. They've got leverage on you now. Vivi, it is your turn.
Maybe the pop in and bonk
Okay.
with Shirley.
Okay. Which one are you
Okay.
aiming for?
The one I Hunter's marks.
Okay. I'm just got to be sure because
Oh, for 14.
14 does not hit.
Then I'm going to.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. You were so frightened of the Mastiff, you couldn't get any closer to it.
Couldn't get closer to the Mastiff.
Yes, but the Mastiff is also there attacking.
In that
So
case,
yeah.
I'm going to go for one of the ghosty people.
okay. They stay about 10 feet around him. So if you can't get closer to the Mastiff, you can't get closer to them. It's
that
a
case-
catch-22 for you. Sorry.
In that case, I'm going to use my short bow.
Okay. We'll still keep the that same attack from earlier because that
damn.
just makes sense to me.
Okay.
Sorry, man, but I gotta put some
Yeah.
limitations.
Yeah. Okay.
Janlos.
People are hurt. So Janlos is going to cure wounds first level Joseph,
Okay.
and then he's going my spiritual weapon is gonna attack the ghosty thing that's Hunter's marked,
Okay.
and that's going to be a 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
And the heal for Joseph, I thought it didn't register. Oh God, it's only 5 hit points. So
Okay.
there's that.
That's still quite a lot.
Joseph, it is your turn. There's 4 of these malices flying around.
Sorry, do we get a save for the frightened?
Yes, you should be making a save. Sorry, I'm forgetting. So go ahead and make 2 each.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Okay.
22.
Thank God. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Now next turn you can run forward.
Thank God.
All right.
All
Joseph.
right, I'm going to Psychic Blades the guy once again. Just
Okay.
first one misses. Well, actually, that pretty much
You need a
still is the
16.
same. Yeah, both miss.
Okay.
I'm just
Then it is his turn. So the malices are going to start attacking. One is going to hit Janlos for 2 necrotic. One is going to miss. One is hitting Joseph for 8 necrotic.
I am going to reduce that down to 4.
Okay. And one is going to hit the Mastiff for 5 necrotic.
The Mastiff is still up, but is not looking good.
Every day is a sunny day. Isn't it still a sunny day? Gilith. They're pushing now. They've got the battering ram.
Oh,
The Mastiff,
Sorry, the Mastiff needs to go.
yeah, the Mastiff hits with a 22 on the
22
guy.
hits. Okay.
Yep. So
They got the batter. New guy's fucked.
4.
4. Okay. Now, Gilith, you hear them coming. All right, everybody, on 3. 1, 2. Wait a minute. On 3 or after 3? Just hit the door.
okay.
Make your save.
On that
Or your
20.
strength checking.
This can only go in one way, and it's the Gyrith way. I'll be an 11.
11. Gilith, you hit the wall as they hit the door with a battering ram, and the 20 guards start to pour in. I am going to just let them act last because that just makes the most sense. They will all act after Gilith. Gilith, you can attempt to block them
Oh, God.
because their turn will begin next. As all of you have heard this occur, and you can see them trying to pour in, but they do have to come in like one at a time. That's going to be the only saving grace Gilith has, as he is now the only barrier.
I
So-
imagine as they are pouring in, it is like, well, you violated the rules, and I didn't want to do this. And he takes out the blunderbuss.
I will give you an action because that was you can if you want to try using it.
And just right now, it's just a threat. It's just,
Okay. Make an intimidation check with
Go ahead.
advantage.
Gladly.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Not 20.
I
Yes.
We got a 5 and a 20 on that.
Yes. Thank God.
I'm going to be rolling for a group, which means a couple of checks, not all 20, but some of them got a nat 20. Let's see how many of them, because, okay, not all of them will stop, but we're going to say that the first one coming through the door we'll see what he does on his turn.
Yeah.
Vivi, you see a couple of guys coming through the door, and Gilith is there with a blunderbuss.
Because then by now, it's like, even with the disguise, everyone knows that blunderbuss. Maybe not the turtle. That'd be the only one.
Vivi sighs, turns around and moves his bonus action, moves Hunter's Mark onto the first one,
Okay.
pulls back his short bow,
Okay.
and
I'm going to say he doesn't have his shield up yet.
really God actually roll decent for once. 17.
17 does not hit.
What? Ah!
These guys are, armored, so it just barely missed, but it missed. All right, Janlos.
Same thing. I would like to cast Cure Wounds on.
Okay.
Can I cure the dog?
No, it's
yeah.
a
Not gonna
fiend.
ca- Okay, I
It's a
just wanted to make
fiend.
sure. Good. So
Well,
I'm
I mean,
gonna,
Yeah.
technically, you can still heal it, but
no, that's okay. I'm
okay.
gonna Cure Wounds Joseph for 10. What almost max die there. And then I'm gonna hopefully hit with my spiritual weapon, but
Oh,
15 doesn't hit, right?
No.
Yeah.
These are-
And guys, I know we're running just a little bit late, so I'm going to try to speed this up so that way nobody has to stay too long.
That's all I can do.
Okay.
These are the times I miss Fang now.
Yeah. Joseph, I mean, you can always try to retreat and get out, but they are blocking your pathway. So
Yeah.
retreat will equal capture, and we'll deal with that next session if that's what you want to do.
Yes.
But until then, it's Joseph's
Yeah.
turn.
I'm so tempted to just push into the darkness to eclipse the light.
I can fireball the entrance to the door, but Joseph's in the way.
No, Gilus in the way at that point.
Yeah.
I'm actually, can I push into the darkness of my symbiote and eclipse the light around this guy?
Is that an actual ability, or are you asking me to sort of homebrew something? Because I feel
can't
like that's
see.
us just sort of messing with your embracing
No,
the
I don't think that
darkness.
is. I don't
Okay.
think that is one of the things that can be done.
But
But technically would the special ability of the smoldering one actually block out the light of the smoldering armor that I'm
no,
wearing? Block out the light.
it's just something. And what would blocking out the light accomplish? It would just make it harder for you to work.
Yeah, true. I am just going to stab this guy then with psychic blades.
Okay.
12 misses. 24.
24 hits.
Or 13.
13. Okay, drop that down a bit, but yeah, doing my math wrong. Okay.
Because it's all psychic damage, which
Okay. All right, and it is your mastiff's turn.
Mastiff. Nine, 24. Oh, thank God.
That hit. Of
Hey.
course, he is doing the least damage at the moment.
For 4 damage.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't done any damage, so I mean,
Yeah. Okay. It is now the mouse's turn. That's a miss. Joseph gets hit for 3 necrotic. The hound gets hit for 9 necrotic. And
Ooh, the hound is now dispelled.
okay, the hound is gone. Yeah. That means it is Gilus' turn. There's about 5 that are calling your bluff, and they're getting ready to run through. Now, of course, this is like 1 or 2 at a time, but there's 1 in and 1 following.
All right, the one that is, I guess, like the first one in lead, will fire the blunderbuss.
Now, you remember when I told you to put an asterisk next to that?
Yep.
I'm going to roll a 1d4 to find out what condition this thing was in.
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to remember because this was like off my head. Okay, for this one, it does go off with a resounding crash. The guy in the lead is not punctured by any pellets because apparently it was only the powder in it. But he rolled a 1. He just took a blinding flash of light to the face. He is blind at the moment. So he doesn't even get an action. He's too busy reeling back from the blinding light, stumbles into the guy behind him, buying you another couple rounds, maybe.
And for my second attack, my next is just like like move myself to where I can get as many people in a line, and it's just breath weapon. So they see new guy is lightning.
Okay, and that's a dexterity check.
Yeah, dexterity DC 13.
Okay, we're just going to say that this is at disadvantage because they were all literally trying to come through. Roll the damage, please.
Gladly. All right, that's gonna be 8 lightning damage.
8 lightning damage. Okay, it just goes through the line and hits almost everybody.
And then as soon as he like reels back, it's like, I'm sorry, we wish the master not to be disturbed. If you continue any further, harsh actions would be inflicted upon all of you.
Okay. So we're gonna say they're stunned by the suddenly blast of lightning.
Because
Vivi,
like they see
it is your turn.
new guy with gun and lightning breath.
Yes.
Is just...
He's going to bonus action cast Shillelagh again because it dispelled after he didn't touch. He had to move to his short bow.
Mm-hmm.
move in and try and conk one of them on the head, the front one on the head.
To run up to them, yeah, you can run up, but there's only one. He's the guy who's half blinded, so make your attack at advantage.
Okay. 21.
21 hits.
Okay, so that's going to be 15 points of damage.
Okay. He falls unconscious.
Mhm.
And Janlos, is your turn.
I am going to how healthy is Joseph looking right now, I guess. know
On
that.
on a scale of
Just go ahead and say the number. That whole
Yeah.
trying to do a
15.
fake
He's
scale
15
thing
out of
bugs me.
37. He's
15 out of
15 out of
37.
37.
Oh god. Okay. So I will cast a second level cure wounds on you.
Okay.
My last second level spell slot.
Hmm?
I rolled max die. So 16 plus so 20. I'm an idiot. Don't worry about that. So 20 hit points. And then I'm gonna hopefully hit with my spiritual weapon.
Let's see.
14 doesn't hit.
14 does
Jesus
not hit.
Christ. I cannot hit with my spiritual weapon, guys.
Joseph.
Welcome to my world.
So close to getting a nat 20. So close.
What did you actually roll?
I rolled a 19, which gave me a 25 on
Okay.
psychic blades. So this
Okay.
is
That's
the
a
first-
hit.
Yep.
And just to be
So
clear,
that's-
that's doing pure psychic damage.
Yes.
Okay. I misunderstood earlier. So,
Yeah. So it is an actual full psychic blade.
okay.
So yeah. So that is 15 points of psychic damage going into this guy from the
Okay.
first attack, and then the second one will be a 21
Got a hit.
for another 5 damage. So
Okay.
20 damage in total from these two attacks, all psychic.
Oh, nice,
Okay.
nice.
All right. And that's your full turn. So now the malices are going after, let's see, we're going to do 2 each. All right. Janlos got hit by 2 for a grand total of no, it would be this one. 13 necrotic damage.
Oof.
And Joseph, you got hit by 1 for 1 necrotic damage. And Gileth, it is your turn. 1 is down, but there's somebody else getting ready to push through. They have to hop over his body.
Well, first, blunderbuss away. It's as much as I want to keep firing. It's no, I don't want to press my luck. And
So you
that's
didn't
where-
really have the ability to reload it. You never got gunpowder.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. As much as I want to be like, ha.
Yeah.
I think that moment is just like for
Duck
any
season.
I imagine that's when it's just like he's like any any further resistance will be given such actions. Oh, there's one now, and he just SOS comes out.
Okay. This guy does have his shield up.
And so swing. Oh, so it was teetering on the 19. Anyway, 15 total.
15 does not hit. He blocks it with the shield. And
so then if there's nothing else, then it'll just go second swing, same target.
okay.
Net 20 on that one. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that
So-
damage.
Bloodly. 23 SOS damage.
Oh yeah, you just cleave this guy and he stumbles back, already unconscious and spewing blood. The guy behind him will catch him and does a quick spare the dying. But
And
that is all they can do this round, as they have to now clear the path to get to you. Vivi, it is your turn.
That's what I get.
Vivi's gonna look over his shoulder and say, "You got this?" He looks at Vivi looks at Giles and says, "You got this, or do you need my help?"
It's at this moment, Giles just having fun. So
There-
it's
There's
your own
18
interpretation.
people waiting in line.
It's like, do you need help? And it's just the new, Giles and new guy disguise. It's like completely calm, and there's a big smile as he's enforcing the rules.
Fine. He turns around, bonus moves forward, bonus action. How far away is he from the ghost guy?
60
From where
feet, I
you are,
think.
about 60 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna move in, bonus action dash,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna conk him on the head with a shillelagh.
Okay. Make that roll.
Oh, 9.
9 does not hit.
We just don't-
Janlos.
We just really don't want to hit this guy.
No, he's a defenseless old man, and you're just trying to beat up on him. But every now and then you have a pang of conscience about it.
I'm going to
He's offered no violence to you.
cast Cure Wounds on Janlos for 80 hit points.
Okay.
And then I hopefully, I'm not even gonna say it's gonna hit. Oh, hey, my spiritual weapon's gonna do some force damage. Let's go. 25 hits, right?
Yeah. Anything above 16 hits.
I hit him for 8 points of force damage.
8 points. Okay.
It's like it's just a shell
Yeah.
slapping him on the head.
Janlos, that is just enough to disperse this thing. Like literally, that was just the right amount.
Let's go.
But as the gray philosopher dies, it unleashes a resounding cry that affects all creatures within 120 feet of it that can hear. Affected creatures must make a DC Wisdom 14 saving throw.
I'm a deaf turtle. I don't know if I've told you this before.
You've clearly not been deaf at all.
15 for me.
3 for me.
Okay. Giles, you were within range.
17.
17. Okay.
17 as well.
Everyone who failed, which was one of you. Well, you are cursed by the gray philosopher. A creature cursed in this way can't shake the feeling that the philosopher's contemplations must have been worthwhile and slowly become obsessed with trying to understand an eldritch and unexplainable truth. The cursed creature's movement is reduced by half and its disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks related to intelligence. Not related to intelligence. If the cursed creature dies, it rises in the spot it was killed 1d4 days later as a gray philosopher. A great many of the guards basically stop what they're doing. If every day is a sunny day, isn't it always a sunny day? Giles, it is your turn. And let me just decide if the guy in front of you is mumbling this.
Right. So I just imagine Giles is just like any further like resistance among his fellow knights.
There are definitely let's see, if there was 18, I'm going to say at least 10 of them look like they're ready to fight, but they got to get around all the people who are half distracted and half ready to attack. We'll try to wrap this up in the next 20 minutes, but we'll streamline it just a little bit. What do you guys do?
Oh, I imagine Giles just held his ground, just like anyone that wants to fight, he can just continue with SOS.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'll probably shoot him with my crossbow. So
And I will help best way I can. I'll actually I'll actually spam the help action for Gilus to get an advantage.
And I guess it's Joseph that got kind of cursey
Yeah.
worsey.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's moving at half speed while he keeps thinking about this.
So would I be able to use my last 3rd level slot of the day to remove curse on him?
Yes, you can.
I would like to do that.
Okay. You reach over and all of a sudden, Joseph, that thought just clears out of your head.
It's like I'm just like, bro, you got too much shit going on right now. We are
Okay.
not doing this.
I just pull out. I
uh,
just pull out my rapiers again at that point, and I just charge ahead to join Gilus. Just going. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Okay. What is your goal at this point, guys?
Clear a path.
Clear path, yeah.
I want to rob the old guy and then I'll
We're gonna get
what do
out.
you do? Grab a couple of books? He didn't.
I'll
He was a
grab-
ghost.
shit. Then I'll grab some of the armor, something to sell. Some shit I get as much as I can carry.
This
Grab-
room was
grab
like
books.
his
grab the
his
books.
study
Grab the
room.
books.
Oh, then grab the books. I'm grabbing
Okay.
books.
I'll help with the books.
You can each grab one book, but if you're going to run, you don't have time to take them all.
Oh, then I'll grab a book.
I'll
Okay.
grab the one that looks like I can.
Let me go ahead and make this clear. You can each grab a couple of random books. You're just grabbing one in each hand. But here's how we're going to do this. If you guys just want to run and not kill every single person in this place, we're going to make that a athletics check as a group. It'll be like, well, this had to be athletic. Yeah, it needs to be athletics. If you want to stop and kill every single person along the way, then we'll do that as a quick sort of a montaging fight scene where you make a few rolls and they make a few rolls. Which one do you want to do?
I think it'd probably be best to. I'm up for killing everyone. How about you guys?
I'd rather actually we get the hell out of here without leaving a vast amount of bodies. We've completed the mission. We just need to
Yeah.
go.
Mission's done. Let's get out. Like, we'll
Okay.
I'm not a killer. As I killed that guy. I'm not a killer, guys. Listen. Like that
You're a
guy's
lover,
like,
not a fighter.
In that case, we're gonna make a run for it.
Okay. Make your athletics checks.
Can I make it acrobatics?
No, you're having to push through people.
We're using force.
Yeah.
All right.
This
Can I-
isn't trying to just like leapfrog. They're literally in the doorways.
Jess, look at the chat.
I'm
For
well aware.
D&D.
I rolled a 25. Let me lead.
Yeah.
No,
Go. Look at
19.
me. Look at my roll.
I see it. Don't worry.
It's in that
That's
one.
why
Oh, God.
we're good. I rolled a 19 plus 2, so 21.
All right. So
19 for me.
all right.
Okay.
So Giles in the lead with 25 to get through,
Mm-hmm.
at least make a path.
And I'm right behind him trying to make.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be right behind. I'd be toward the end to make sure no stragglers kind of happen.
Yeah, and I'm
And
just dashing forward.
Joseph.
And I rolled a one.
Yeah. Joseph, you're going to need to pay some sort of a price for this, but I'm going to let you have a couple of choices of what it is. You can murder a handful more people to survive. I'm just going to say that you lash out randomly and having to kill some people, or you will take some sort of a punishment that we will have to figure out later on to justify, like, you'll have a lingering injury or something.
No, I'm just gonna kill people.
Okay.
At this point, if it's between me and them, it's survival. The mission is done. It's now survival
you
time.
pick several of the distracted people and you just kill them.
Oh, God.
And like slitting their throats in such a way to try to distract everybody else with their injuries. Their friends are rushing over to try to save them as you all run out of here. And you have to take off running at full speed, get to the cart, getting that old mule to move as fast as it can as you flee this place, being chased by a few of the Knights of Shelter. And that's where we are going to leave it this evening. Everyone, I want to thank everyone who showed up for chat. And we do have 2 more sessions this season. I'm really curious to see how things are going to go before we take our season break over they'll basically just take off December because everybody's busy during the last half of December anyway. So
Yep.
one more round of tell everybody who you are and where they can find you. Let's work in reverse order from what we did last time.
Oh shoot! All right. Hi, I'm Jesse, also known as Crump64. You can find me in all levels of social media under that handle, Crump64, like on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. And aside from Manny's games, you can also find me on every other Sunday. I am a DM of a campaign called The Lovely Lady Crumps, that is basically an all-female cast D&D that we have gone on for 4 years. So whether you are familiar with the series or a newcomer, we would love to see you there. Anyway, that's me.
And I'm Shiblock. You can find me that handle everywhere, literally everywhere, even under your bed. I'm just kidding.
Are you sure about that?
That's it. Next.
Holy shoot!
And I'm Kyle. You can find me on Twitch under Flint Uwood 756. I run a World of Darkness, Vampire the Requiem, game with Andy and Arshes. And on Mondays, I do the podcast Beyond the Spine with our fellow player Nick, talking about other tabletop RPGs. As well, during the day, you can sometimes catch me randomly playing MechWarrior Online or any other vast amount of game, really. So,
Which he hasn't invited me to. Cough.
you haven't, I don't even know that you play that game.
Rather than get
Do
into
you?
that, let's go over to Arshes, please. That's a debate for later.
Hi, I'm Arshes. You can find me on Twitter at ArshesOfTref. You can also find me every other Sunday playing Vampire the Requiem with Andy and Flint. You can also find me on Discord if you want to pop by and say hello, and possibly in a bush somewhere. Just kidding.
Not
And
kidding.
I am, of course, Wart Films. That's Mr. Films. If you don't actually know me, show some respect. I run all this every couple of weeks. You can find me everywhere at Wart Films. And we'll see you in 2 weeks while I try to figure out what sort of chaos is going to fall out from this endeavor. Because what should have been a straightforward became we're getting attacked from all sides.
Yep.
Farewell, everybody.